Real Stories.
Hello, and welcome back to a very festive edition of Real Stories.
The Christmas special. If you have any doubt about what sort of special this is, put the camera on, put the video on. We're covered in Christmas. We've not done this for 6 months or so.
Yeah, what happened?
No, you
I've
tell
been
me.
here every week waiting. You just didn't.
I've got stories coming out my ears. I've been bursting at the seams with them.
Well, Tom, it's a great time of year to tell a story, isn't it? Everyone loves a story at Christmas.
Absolutely.
And we are no different. Welcome back to Real Stories, the podcast that celebrates the weird and wonderful world of stories. I am Rowan.
And I'm Tom.
Yeah, and we're just two blokes who love telling each other stories.
Oh, that sounds really. You made that sound so cute. we often just meet up and tell stories to each other.
We do.
You are right, though. Christmas time, you associate with fire and family and sitting around having nice hot drinks and nice food, telling little tales of the year.
What do we do on this podcast? Well, that's a great question. We each tell a story, and then we have the mission of figuring out whether or not that story is true or the narrative of a film. Remember that, Tom?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Christmas. Yours is a Christmas story?
Mine's a Christmas story.
Mine's a Christmas themed story.
Mine is so Christmassy.
What's your favourite thing about Christmas, just before we get into it? Because this is a segue into what I want you to do right now.
I like Christmas Eve.
Okay, tell me more.
I like the build-up more than the actual day, and I like the coziness of the night before. You know, it's like, oh, not long now.
Why would you not get cozy on Christmas Day? Is it the pressure of Christmas Day? It's like, oh, it's Christmas Day. Like all in, it's like we've got such high standards of Christmas Day, but Christmas Eve is just like, whoa, it's the build up of the
I just like the anticipation of it. I like the magicalness of it. I don't think that the actual day is as magical.
When you were younger, no, but I guess because the magical bit really is Santa coming.
What do you mean when I was younger?
Oh no, I'm just mean that we cared more when we were younger. We're too busy now, so we forget about the magic. But the fact that every single year Santa manages to get into all of our houses, give us gifts.
He is good, isn't he? When you think
I don't know
about
how
it.
he does it. Like the graft culture and like grind
he
culture.
would have a great LinkedIn page. What's your favourite part of Christmas?
My favourite part of Christmas, as the segue, is your least favourite part, which is your mince pie reviews. So for anyone that doesn't know, every single year Rowan puts videos out on Instagram where he eats mince pies from different mince pie vendors and he rates them from 1 to 5. Every year he pretends he doesn't want to do it. He pretends he hates it, but he secretly loves it.
I said 5 years and then done, and I'm now on the 6th year.
You're like Quentin Tarantino.
I know,
you crave it. You crave the mince pies and you crave the mince pie adorned attention.
It's my dirty little secret.
As I was heading here today, I thought I want to test his mince pie knowledge. I want to do you a review. I want you to do a review in a format you've never done it before. It's not very ceremonious. We've got a black plate and a black bowl
next to a fleshy reindeer.
You might have potentially already had this mince pie. I want you to eat it, and I want you to rate it first, but then I want you to have a guess where it's from and how much it's worth, what the value of it is. But that's not what the Christmas isn't about. Value.
Sounds like you're making it about
value. That's probably what it is mostly about these days, but in this situation it's not. But firstly, taste. But I want you to tell me, how does it look?
Okay.
How does it feel? How does it smell? How does it taste?
Can I just take it?
Go ahead.
For the audio listeners, I am now picking up the bowl. Oh, okay.
Does that ring a bell? Ring a Christmas bell? A sleigh bell?
It's kind of it's like a normal tart from the bottom, but on the top kind of like a cornflake.
It does look a bit like I don't know if it's cornflakes. It does look like a cornflake cake.
It's weirdly quite firm. Look at that. Nothing's coming off.
There is no give.
It's now upside down. There's nothing falling from that.
That's like, in America and Canada, there's Dairy Queen. I don't know if this is a myth. What? We don't have that here, but Dairy Queen is like an ice cream place, and they say that there's something called a blizzard. If you can turn it upside down, it doesn't come out. No, if you turn it upside down and it does come out, then you get it for free or something like that.
Okay.
I think I heard that on a video online about 7 years ago, so don't take that as don't take that as gospel.
I don't know what to do with that information. But
that was just a complete tangent. Right, enough of the foreplay. Get in there.
All right. Tom's such a romantic.
Oh, is this going to be like weird ASMR?
It's very dry.
Oh, that's not good.
But also quite sticky.
Is that because it's been in my bag for the last hour?
Could be.
Dry and sticky. That feels a bit oxymoronic.
A dry beginning, a sticky end. It's all right, though. I'm going to give that. It's not awful. The base is good. The mince is good. The top is just a bit weird. So I'd probably go sort of middle of the road. Give it like a 3.
Okay, well, the rating was only a part of it. Now, I'm interested. Can you figure out where that's from? I think you might have had one from here, but a different one.
I don't think it's Aldi or Lidl because I think I know all their offerings this year.
If you're being smart as well, you can trace my steps from Piccadilly Station to here. I walked past somewhere.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
Yeah,
okay.
I went into a few places.
Okay, I'm going to say it's like M&S.
Okay, you're wrong.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you where it's from because now what we want you to do is guess the value. But I don't want you to just say the price. I've worked this out.
Put a price on what we're doing
Yeah,
right
the
now.
experience, priceless. But how many of those mince pies do you think Manchester City superstar Erling Haaland could buy with 1 week of his wages?
What's his wage?
No, I'm not telling you.
I reckon he could buy.
Do your goddamn research.
I reckon he could buy 76,000.
Really?
Yeah.
You're either really overestimating the value of that mince pie or really underestimating the value of Erling Haaland's weekly income.
His weekly income.
Weekly is obscene.
Really?
Yeah. So
76,000 mince pies.
yeah.
And he's not happy with that.
Would it help me if I told you that the amount that he could buy, he could buy one mince pie for every person who was killed by a road accident in India in 2023?
And you saw this like all on your journey from the train station to here.
Yeah.
That's not a long
This
journey.
information just hit me on the way.
What's the question?
So it's basically just how much is that mince pie worth?
Like what? Just for one?
Yeah.
$4.69.
Blimey. No.
No.
So Erling Haaland could buy 172,133 of those mince pies just for 1 week. It cost me £3.05.
Really?
I didn't actually write down what it was, but I'm pretty sure it's got amaretto in it because she said to me, it's got alcohol.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
it does have a...
So are you not driving home, are you?
Where was it from?
Oh, yeah, sorry. It was from Cafe Nero.
Was it?
Yeah, you've had one from there, haven't you?
I have,
'Cause
yeah.
I saw
I've had this very one.
No, oh, really? I saw the traditional mince pie and I thought you'd had that.
No, I've had this one a few years ago. I should have known that. I love a Nero.
Poor from you, mince pie, man.
Oh, well, sorry, everyone. Should we end the podcast
Mince pie,
there?
more like mince lies.
Oh, damn. He's done me.
Anyway, what's your story this week?
I haven't actually got a log line, so I'm going to have to just sort of wing it today, folks. There's a guy, he loves a girl. They're having a kiss in the car. Policeman sees him, thinks, what's going on there? Ooh la la. It's not what it seems.
You're getting funding from no funder there. Even the most generous of film funder.
No, if you heard that in a lift, you'd think, what's the link there?
I think get me out of
What's
this
the
lift with this guy immediately. My log line, if you're interested. Two strangers meet in the most unique of ways, and in a love story pulled from a fairy tale, their hearts become one, and so do their kidneys.
Oh, I didn't expect that.
That's a twist, isn't
Okay.
it? If the log line's
I'm
that
in.
twisty, imagine how
I'm in.
twisty-wisty we're going with the
Yeah.
main.
Real story.
So, Tom, our story begins on a cold December night in London.
Ooh.
What a festive place
I was
to
there
be.
yesterday, so I
Were
can
you?
relate big time.
Was it festive? Was
It
it
was
cold?
very festive. It's so busy there.
Yeah.
They really do Christmas. They are Christmas on steroids in London.
Last year, I went to London for a work thing at Christmas, and we went on the train with these two old ladies, and we formed a bond. And then we got off the train. We walked a good 10 minutes away to a different tube stop. Got on the tube. Obviously, there's quite a lot of choice at a tube stop, isn't there? We ended up on the same carriage as these two old ladies.
Well, they got there. They're quite quick for old ladies.
Yeah, no, I don't know how they did it. But they were on one end of the train. We were on the other end, and there was a mass of people in the middle.
And your eyes met.
No, I didn't even spot them. We just heard, I don't know what she called us now. She didn't know our names,
Rowan?
but she was just shouting, "Young boys!
Oh.
Young boys!" And we turned over, and she was there waving, and she was with a friend that she was telling us she was going to meet. And she was like, "This is Susan!" And we were just like, "Oh, all right, Susan." And then we got off at the same stop. Again, coincidence. And then it turned out we were going to the same building. For this.
What?
They were going for a tour. We were going for filming. Getting a bit suspicious at this point. But they were like, "Oh, you can just show us the way." But we didn't know the way. But then we took them to the place, and then we said our goodbyes, and that was it. But it was a very magical day spent with these two old ladies.
I actually really, that is like the start of a nice Christmas story.
It's 1950, post-war. Everything's a bit grim and smoggy. It's not like today. Well, a bit like today.
Exactly like today.
But it's all a bit dirty. The clock has just gone midnight. I'm really setting the scene for you here, Tom. It's Christmas Day, right? You can hear bong, bong,
Is this Big Ben?
bong. Yeah. When all of a sudden, a policeman walks past on his usual patrol route, and he comes across a couple having a little hug outside of Westminster Abbey in a car. And he's thinking, well...
Wait, so they're hugging in the car?
Yeah, having a hug in the car.
Are they in the back seat? 'Cause I feel like that's the only place you can hug in a car.
No, they're in the
It's
front
quite-
seat.
No, it's quite hard reading shit over the gate
You think?
stick. Only if it's a fleeting hug, but if it's like a good big bear hug, someone's going to be uncomfortable.
It's a warm embrace.
Okay, I pictured it.
Okay. So not weird in itself, but he just seen them jump into the car and was kind of concerned why they were like frolicking around the Abbey in the early hours. No one else is around. Everyone else is at home celebrating the day. The night, I should say.
You missed out the fact they were frolicking around the Abbey. Sorry. We met them when they were in the car having a cuddle.
So he goes up to them, he moves them on, and he goes about his night, completely unaware, Tom, that he nearly foiled one of the most mind-blowing robberies in history. Flashback time, right?
You love a flashback on real stories.
Okay. And we're going to meet those two characters in the car. So our story actually begins a few weeks earlier in Scotland, and it's here that one of our protagonists, Ian, is about to head home for the Christmas holidays, much like we are very soon.
Is this going out on Christmas Day?
It could do.
Happy Christmas Day,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas, everyone. Unless we missed that.
Yeah, it's probably coming out in February.
It's probably next Christmas.
This is the Christmas throwback.
Ian is quite a confident, cheeky character, much like yourself. So Ian discovers one night that back in... It's quite a rogue thing to discover one night, but he discovers it back in the 11th century, an English king stole a big rock from Scotland.
He discovered this one night.
Yeah, just a bit of light reading.
There was a knock on the door.
And maybe he had a ghost come visit him. Maybe it was the Scottish king. This stone was called the Stone of Destiny. Pretty cool. But the Scottish translation is the Stone of Scone. Which do you prefer?
Is that even a question? Of course, the Stone of Scone.
Stone of Scone.
Or is it the Stone of Scone?
We'll go with that. But I think the Stone of Destiny sounds like something from an Indiana Jones film.
If you like them both, the Scone of Destiny.
So back then, this stone was used for like Scottish royal wedding ceremonies. But the English monarchy thought, like, I want a big stone. So they nicked it. Now, this got Ian thinking. He's thinking, like, I've got a bit of time on my hands over Christmas. I'm going to go to London and I'm going to nick that stone and I'm going to take it back to Scotland. So he gathers a sort of motley crew of fellow thieves, basically just his friends at the time. There's Gavin, there's Alan, and there's Kay. Kay is the other woman, is the woman
that he was hugging in the car.
Yes. So they set off for Westminster Abbey. They arrive in 2 cars at dusk on the 23rd of December. And Ian just goes straight into the Abbey in broad daylight with the idea of thinking, I'll slip into like a dark corner and wait for like everyone to leave. And then I'll just steal the stone, leave, jobs are good. However...
Why doesn't he just go in after everyone's left? So I'll go in when it's busy, hide, then wait for everyone to leave.
Because the idea is he's going to go in, wait for everything, he's going to hide in the corner, wait for everyone to go, like security to leave and everything like that, and then slip out and take the stone.
I can imagine there's a lot of hiding spaces in churches, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. And I heard about a guy the other day that tried to bomb Hitler, and he went into a beer hall, and he did that every night for 30 days while he dug out a little hole in this wall to put a bomb in it, and no one ever found him. And the bomb did go off, but Hitler wasn't there at the time. He left.
Oh, he had one job. He was trying to bomb Hitler.
No, he did really well. Google it. It's a good story. Anyway, but for another time.
Not for a podcast that's about stories.
About Hitler. It's all going great until literally seconds after he goes into this hiding spot. A guard found him and was like...
It's not going great at all then. At one point, was like, I've done it. I've smashed it. I'm in my hiding spot. Oh, no.
Yeah, it was pretty immediate after they closed. So yeah, Ian, luckily though, he's got his cheeky chappy sort of demeanour, so he sort of works his way out of it.
All right, Gavin, no, don't worry about me.
He's Scottish, Tom.
Oh, I can't do that.
Okay. So he basically just leaves and the guard's like, you silly bitty. I think he convinces him that he didn't mean to be there. Like he got locked in by accident and the guard believes him. The next night, Ian's thinking, maybe I should plan this a bit better. So they arrive. It's Christmas Eve now, just to set the scene further. They try again. This time, Ian and his crew break in after dark. So they listen to what you said.
So you see, I've given them constructive criticism and they've taken it.
Exactly. While Kay waits in one of the cars outside to be like a getaway driver.
Yeah.
Once they're inside, they set about getting the stone from... It's currently placed underneath a throne. So they have to sort of pull it out from underneath the throne. Anyway, while they're pulling it out... they accidentally splinter a section of the old chair. And it's here that Alan's thinking I've got doubts about this now. I didn't mean to break the chair. I just wanted the stone back. He feels quite guilty about it. But everyone else is like, Alan.
Just go and confess. Do it at church.
Yeah, that's very true. No, did I just say Alan? No, Alan.
This is Ian. I know that it's Ian. I've got it. My mind's eye is Ian.
Don't worry about Alan.
No, they're just watching, aren't they?
Ian's sad about this chair. Alan's like, Ian, get over it, man. We need this stone. It's all cracking on now, and they're pulling the stone out. However, this was the last of Ian's troubles because when they pull the stone out, it splits in 2, right? There's a small chunk and quite a big chunk, and it just sort of smashes onto the ground. To make matters worse, they can hear footsteps outside. So as the sound of Big Ben bongs and Christmas Day arrives, they are sat in eerie silence, listening to the footsteps approaching outside. So they sort of go into panic mode. Ian grabs the smaller stone and legs it towards the car. He dives in with the stone just as a policeman walks past. And this is where we rejoin the start of the story.
But Ian's back in the car now.
Ian's in the car. And Ian and Kay are thinking, oh, God, what we got to do? What we got to do? We got to act like not suspicious. So they just like instinctively hug. And they're in a warm embrace as he comes up. And the police officer's like saying, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? They just say like, we came down for Christmas. We've only just arrived. All the B&Bs are shut and that. So we're sort of having to sleep in the car. Once the policeman's gone, Ian goes back inside the Abbey and he finds everyone's gone, but the other half of the stone is still there. So they've just
this stone is like, because when you say stone, I'm just thinking like a stone, but is it like, because there's clearly a lot of value to it. But is it like a stone in a diamond?
No, it's just a big rock.
So why are they trying so hard to rob it? Do they know that it's valuable?
Because the English nicked it, so they're trying to make a symbolic gesture.
So they're not doing this for money. They're doing it.
No. They just want their.
I kind of respect it.
Yeah,
then.
they believe in like Scottish independence. They think, this would make a big point. Ian's like, I don't know what to do, but eventually he comes to the decision. Right, I'm just going to drag it back to the car. So he gets his coat, puts the rock on it, and this is like a heavy stone. It's like 100 kilograms, and he's dragging this rock by himself back to the car.
So is it not 50 now because it's split in half?
No, that's just this section.
Enormous rock.
So he gets back to the other car. He somehow loads it into the car, and then they drive off. And it's getting to like dawn at this point as they're driving through the city. They're trying to find Alan and what's he called? Alan and the other guy. Alan and the other guy, Gavin. They find him in a back alley. They get him in the car, and then they're like, well, maybe we shouldn't head for the border now because it's sort of daylight. People are going to figure out the stone's missing, and they're going to be looking at who's going over the border.
They're going to check the car that's the back wheels are like scraping the floor.
Yeah, exactly. So they wait around for a bit, and Ian comes up with the idea of driving to Rochester and burying the larger portion of the stone. And then Kay drives to a friend's house in Birmingham, and they just like hide that little chunk of rock there. They wait for Christmas to pass, and by this point, the nation is swept up in the case of the stolen stone. Everyone wants to know, where's it gone? What's happened? The border to Scotland gets shut, and there's a huge investigation. There's a detective on the case. He's trying to figure out what's happened to this stone. However, even though this is all going on, Ian and his gang managed to get back into England to retrieve the stone. They dig it up, and they go to Kay's friends. They get both pieces of the stone. They get back to Scotland, and they hand it over to a Scottish independence gang who glue it back together. And then they're sort of sat around, and it gets to like April, and then they're like, we don't really know what to do with this stone, because as soon as we sort of reveal that we've got it, we're just going to get arrested, and it's going to get taken back to England. So instead, they think,
it is a stone. They could probably just put it out in the open. No one's going to see it really.
That's true. It's a good point. But they basically think, we could have the last laugh here. So they go to this old abbey, which was, I don't really know. I think it was like a site with heavy links to Scottish independence or something. And they leave the stone there, and then they ring the police, and they're like, if you want your stone back, just head over to this abbey. So the police come, they take the stone, and then somehow they find out that these guys have done it, so they get arrested. However, the public are so much on their side throughout this whole thing that they actually don't get it.
Surely the Scottish public are on their side.
Even the English public are, yeah. However, the judge is less so on their side. So he's like thinking, no, you're not getting away with this because you've broken both English and Scottish property here. Yeah. That's out of order. And, Ian kind of agreed, didn't he? He was very upset that he broke the chair. However...
the chair... So they're not asked about the rock, it's the chair.
It's the chair they're more upset about. However, they're
kind of between a rock and a hard place here, huh?
Oh, it's so true. so true. The thing that saves them is some bloke does an investigation and finds that they didn't actually break the rock because there was like an explosion there in the past or something. And they think the rock was already broken.
Huge claim. Good luck to the person that has to prove that.
Well, they go through all the processes and they prove that to be true. They prove that it was broken earlier than when they did the heist. So the explosion must have broken it.
Carbon dating, maybe?
Something like that.
Is that just trees?
Something confusing. So they basically get off scot-free. They're absolutely fine. They walk free. The stone is eventually returned to Edinburgh Castle. It only ever comes back to England for a royal wedding.
As a guest. Just rolling down.
Always gets invited. And it's here that I should also tell you that Ian he goes on to complete his course. He gets his degree. Do you want to guess what he gets a degree in?
Archaeology.
Criminal law. Goes on to be a successful expert in that area, and then politics until he died in 2022.
Oh, right. Recently.
Yeah, that's it. That's my very festive Christmas story.
I like that. That is festive, because you said you worried it's not Christmas anything, but that is incredibly Christmas.
Because
what morals can we take from that in a Christmas? If it was a Christmas film, maybe it is. I'm swaying towards not.
Oh, really?
Because it doesn't feel it's not. It doesn't feel like you're going to sit down with your family on Christmas Day and watch that.
Really?
Yeah, maybe if your family is quite fancy and like, what should we watch today, guys? We've had our goose. The goose has been eaten. Around the television, it's The Rock time.
I think you want to rethink that, because there's quite a few films like this
about heists.
Yeah, there was very recently. There was that film that came out about the guy that stole the painting and just had it in his house for like.
Yeah, but is that Christmas?
No, it's not Christmas, but it's
Christmas
a very
is such
similar
a niche time.
plot line.
And also, Uncut Gems is kind of Christmas film. And that's similar vibes.
Yeah.
Almost. It's gems.
It's got gems in the title.
Gems in the title. And it's a high. It's not heist, but it feels like a heist film.
Exactly.
It's intense.
Maybe Adam Sandler was in this.
Maybe. Okay, you swayed me a bit, but I narrative-wise, I think this has the structure of a true story. And the detail. Really? The only thing, I think the hug in the car is bizarre. There was a few time jumps that I didn't pick up on in the moment, but it was dusk when they started the heist, and when they left, it was dawn. So that was a long old heist. That was like a solid. In winter, that's long.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt that this is true.
Okay.
Not just to cut through the suspense.
There's absolutely nothing I could say. Fair enough. Well, Tom, I can reveal this story is true.
True.
Well done. Very
I think it was the fact that geographically I could imagine it. It's like they didn't take it. It wasn't like they stole the rock and then they went to Scotland, because that would be a long old drive.
Yeah.
But it was like, they needed to figure it out. They hid it. I don't know why they were stressing about hiding a rock, really. Like how
because
unique.
Everyone was looking for this rock. If you're driving around with a big rock in your backpack, in your boot.
Yeah.
What's it called? It was called the Stone of Destiny heist.
It's a movie in 2008 as well.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
If it's a film, if it was true story first, then that's fine.
Oh, okay. I actually found out about this story during the last royal do. What was it? Where we got the king. He
Coronation.
He sat on the stone, and that guy that does all the commentaries for the royal stuff, he was telling us about the stone.
Graham Norton.
That's the one, yeah.
I like that. Well done to Ian for not just nailing a perfect heist, but also giving us a tale that makes us feel the warmth of Christmas time.
Right, let's move on. Real stories.
Okay, we can jump forward a bit for my story to 2014.
Oh.
And we're going to we're just going to go straight into the character meeting here. So Heather is a nursing assistant in Chicago, and she's just living her life. Like, she's just one of the micro characters of the great world of 2014. And she is doing her best to put good out into the world and get good back, because she's a nursing assistant. She cares for people and she hopes that the world cares back for her. But unfortunately, the world isn't so caring, because one day she is diagnosed with, we're going straight into it here, brace yourself. She's diagnosed with stage 4 liver disease.
Oh, God.
Which I don't know how well versed you are on stage 4 liver disease, but it's not good.
No.
And she is, after a series of tests, she's told by the medical professionals that she has less than a 50% chance of living more than 2 months. Just imagine that. Imagine the shift in your mentality. Like, I might potentially only have 2 months. What would you do?
I've never ridden a horse.
Well, you'd probably do that.
I'd like to do
at least 3 times in those 2 months.
Yeah.
3 different horses, because one horse, you don't get the whole picture. It's like you've got to have at least, that's what
I'd like to try all the sizes.
Yeah. Like the 3-course meal.
Yeah.
3 horse experience.
Yeah.
You've got to get the whole package. Yeah. Anyway, so she might potentially have less than 50% chance of living for 2 months. Okay. And she is advised very smartly by the professionals to start searching for a liver donor to up her chances. But unfortunately, she's not the only one in Chicago who is hoping for a liver donor. There are 119,000 other people on the transplant waiting list, that's nearly as much as Erling Haaland would be able to buy of those mince pies. If he bought them all one of those mince pies, he would have to wait another week before he had enough to then buy himself one.
Oh, I mean, this means I'm going to have to get that whole section in because otherwise that joke makes no sense.
So Heather and her family and her loved ones, they're all banding together here. They're in a real race against time to find her donor with a compatible blood type, because obviously you can't just have anyone's liver.
No.
She needs someone's liver. You can't say, I couldn't just say, you can have mine.
I'll just whack any old liver in.
No, you have to do many tests. And even at the end, it might just be like, no, one more test and then you can't. So there's a small window of people who can help. Her chances are incredibly slim. But then Chance plays an Uno reverse card and says, you know what? Go again, and I'm going to give you another shot. And meanwhile, a few towns over, ex-Marine Chris, so, you know, he's tough. He was an ex-Marine. We're not ex-Marines. We can't handle the stuff that Chris can handle.
No, you're very defensive about this, Tom. I literally said nothing then.
I saw it in your eyes. He's in the lunchroom at his new job in Frankfurt, Illinois, which isn't too far. He was just munching away, having his lunch, minding his own business, and then his ears start pricking up because he hears an interesting story, as people often do when they see that we've released a new episode of Real Stories.
He's probably listened to Real Stories, yeah.
And he quite rudely starts eavesdropping into a conversation with his co-workers, and he hears that somebody that he works with is having a stressful time because they're trying to help their cousin, Heather, find a donor for a very serious liver issue. And if you remember, that Heather is the Heather from our story.
Yes.
So their two worlds aren't connected, apart from via this co-worker. And something happens in Chris, and he thinks, you know what? If I was in that situation and I knew that someone had just heard my story, I would hope they would at least think for me and think to do something. So he goes one step further, and he goes to the doctors and goes through a series of tests, almost like a surprise, to say, let's just see if I'm compatible. And you know what?
He was.
He goddamn is.
Oh my
he
God.
is within that window of possibility where he can give his liver to Heather. So he got in contact with them and he said to them, you have no idea who I am. It's a bit weird. I work with your cousin. Do you want my liver? Yeah. It was all good phone calls.
That's getting calls like that in the night.
No, it's worse when they say, can I have yours? So there is a match, and he is then willing to donate his kidney to her, and they're obviously overwhelmed. It's been an incredibly stressful period, and this isn't like they're not through it, but this is a little glimmer of hope. Yeah. And Chris then thinks, I don't just want to give my liver to anyone. Let's get to know each other. Okay. And he takes Heather out for lunch, and
so he's like, I'm not going to give it to you unless we go for lunch.
No,
I don't like that.
He's already sold on it.
Okay.
But he's just like, I just feel like it's probably nicer for him and for her.
Would you donate your eyes?
Would I?
Yeah. You know, when they give you that form and you have to tick what you give.
Well, I assume you're dead at that point.
Yeah, they're not just like...
I'm not sure they've got that. Give AI a few years. It'll figure out how to do it when we're still alive. I'm pretty sure we're all on the list now. Like we are all donors.
You can opt out of it though.
Yeah, I know.
Would you opt out of it? Or
absolutely not. No, if I'm dead, I don't need them.
No, yeah, I'd give my...
You can burn the rest of me, but someone else can keep living.
Yeah. So true.
It's Christmas time.
So true.
Yeah, so he figured out that she was someone that he was willing to give his liver to, and maybe more. So over the weeks, they get to know each other more and more.
Maybe more.
Well, it sounded a bit sleazy, but it was quite romantic. I meant not just the liver,
okay,
also the heart.
Oh.
He's quite smitten. It might be love at first sight. In the weeks leading up to the surgery, they both grew increasingly nervous, but together, and they found solace in each other's company, and they officially started dating.
Oh, wow.
So they went on a few dates. Meanwhile, while they're dating a lot, Chris was also teaming up with, we didn't know this about his character, but he's into motorcycles.
All right.
He was teaming up with his motorcycle club to raise as much money as possible to fund the surgery, because they don't have the NHS. That sort of surgery is going to cost an arm and a leg and a liver for Chris.
A liver, yeah.
Like, that's going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
But at no point did Chris rethink his decision. He just thought, I'll pay this regardless. Let's just keep going and we'll see how much we can raise. And then surgery day arrived, and they both went under the knife for around 8 hours each. Chris was told that 55% of his liver was cut out by the end of it. And I did do a bit of research, and 80% can be removed without issue, which is crazy, due to the liver's ability to regenerate, which is the one thing it's got in common with Doctor Who. Great at regeneration.
Yeah. Can we just have a moment, shout out the body?
Shout out the body.
Yeah.
Moment of silence.
Moment of silence for all the bodies listed.
The recovery period for both of them was upwards of 2 whole months. And during that time, it wasn't just their livers and their scars that were healing, but it was also their lonely hearts. Oh. And by the time they were both back fighting fit, they declared their love for each other. Heather owed Chris her life, and Chris says he would do it again in a heartbeat. They become a couple, and they start to build a life together. And before they knew it, the most romantic time of year had arrived.
Christmas.
This is the first hint of Christmas in this story.
Okay.
No, it's Christmas time because this is the climax of the story, and it is pure Christmas, okay? Right. Because they didn't just sit at home singing Christmas songs, which would have been nice in itself. They went one step further and they went out to downtown Chicago. They got on a horse and carriage.
Did they?
Through the snowy streets of Chicago.
Yeah.
And what did Chris do in that moment? He got down on one knee in the snow.
Did he?
Yeah. And he proposed to Heather. Aww. And they did get married. And I can just end this story like a fairy tale and say they lived happily ever after.
Oh, that's nice.
Pure chance put them in the same path. And not only did he save her life, she saved his.
That's really nice. Why? What was wrong with him?
Well, it was just he was not in love with Heather. And then all of a sudden he was. And love heals all. Yeah. Apart from war.
But he was in the military, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I bet an ex-Navy SEAL's heart is harder to comfort and to break down towards love. Maybe not. Maybe we've never met. Have you ever met an ex-Navy SEAL?
Maybe not. You're getting very defensive again.
No offense to the Navy SEALs.
I've literally said nothing about the Navy SEALs, but I think that story was a lovely story. And I think
I wasn't asking for your opinion. I didn't want feedback. Do you think
I think it sounds like the kind of story you'd hear in OK Magazine or something of that ilk. The kind of story where like Heather will email in and tell you about. So I
will say that I do more research than that for these stories. I always make sure that
there's nothing wrong with OK Magazine.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I always make sure that these stories are accurate if they're real.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't just open up OK Magazine and it says like a monkey just operated on my brain and now I can only speak in chicken language and be like, whoa, that's crazy true story. I'm going to put that on Real Stories.
To be fair, that's the kind of thing my mum would see from an AI-generated video on Instagram and believe is real. So I'm leaning towards that's a true story, just because I can't see it flowing well as a film. I can see it working as a film, but I feel like you would have given me more detail if it was a film. So I think I'm going to go for real. Sorry, I forgot the name of the podcast.
Real with an A?
Real with an A, yeah.
I thought you'd be thrown off the scent by the romantic endings. That's quite textbook romance.
It is
Christmas time.
It happens.
Horseback and carriage. It doesn't. What is that? Those stories based on? They are based on what we think of as romantic, based on reality.
Exactly. So. Romance blooms in the most unusual of places, such as a podcast.
Oh, ooh. We're now holding hands Christmas for those audio listeners.
Yeah, real with an A.
You are correct.
Yay! That's only like my second time, surely.
Yeah, well, you've started the new year. It's not quite the new year, but if you start as you mean to go on.
2026 is going to be my year.
If we do any more.
Yeah. We'll do another series, shall we?
We will do another series.
All right, you heard it here first.
And I'm not going to wear these damn glasses next time because they've been very annoying on both my ears, my eyes, and my face.
I like this setup, though. What do you think of the setup? Let us know in the comments if you have comments.
My only issue here is if you're watching this on the video, it looks like we've got the world's longest set of legs. We look like those, those elves that parents do for kids where they're like naughty elves on the shelves.
Yes, it looks like perspective. If someone walked in now, they'd actually be like really small.
We're in the Museum of Illusions.
Real stories. Right, well, that's it. How do we usually end this?
We do recommendations, but what recommendations for Christmas Day? What should people do?
Just enjoy it.
Hug the ones that mean a lot to you. Yeah, and hug anyone that doesn't as well because it's Christmas time. Exactly.
Anyway, if you enjoyed this podcast, do that thing we usually tell you to do. What is it we usually tell you to do? We have
social media.
So like, favorite, share. Okay, have a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year. Ho, ho, ho. See you next year. Keep it real. Do we do that? Is that a thing?
We do it now.
Okay, keep it real. Real stories.